look, I don't know what the hell your point is, but I don't...
The point is of no return, and you've reached it.
They let them vote, smoke, and drive, even put them in pants. So what do you get? A Democrat for president. A lot of smoke up your chimney, Russian roulette on the highway. You can't even tell brother from sister.
Well, if I ask you, who is the filmmaker Russ Meyer? What comes to mind? Can you guess? Those of you who are in my age group, you know who he is. For those of you who have never heard this name before, and I'll tell you who he is a film director who's made many films. He is other than the particular films we're going to talk about, he's also well known for the classic 1970s film in Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which was a major classic, and also another major movie called Faster Pussycat Kill Kill Kill, which a friend of mine was very good friends with the late Frank Gorshin, who was dating one of the actresses from this particular film. But Russ Meyer has also been known for these movies with women. How can we put it so YouTube doesn't claim us? What the hell? Large, endowed women, big breastises. But these were classic movies. One thing about Russ Meyer, he was one of the big guys who was a First Amendment warrior. He filmed what he wanted to film. Now, most people would call his films pornographic. It's a fine line. NC-17? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Stuff that you would see on Skinemax, or what they used to call Cinemax overnight. Yeah. Pornographic? Yeah, you would find it in the pornographic part of the store. Some places have it elsewhere as under cult classic. And that would be the more tribute to him that his films are cult classics. Now, the thing about it is there hasn't been a restoration of his films since the VHS era. I mean, most of his stuff, if you could even find it on Pornhub and most of the other pornographic sites, and the quality is it's not so great. It is watchable, depending on how old the film is. If you have Mudhoney, a couple of the others that are a little bit older, that they're not so great. Faster Pussycat Kill Kill Kill, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. You could find a very good copy of that. In fact, it's in the Criterion Collection. Goes to show you, he is a very good filmmaker. His movie made it to the Criterion Collection, and it's currently available right now. Now, the other name I have to bring up on here is a company called Severin Films. Severin Films is a site that you can go to and buy some really insane movies. Now, I'm talking about some stuff that, and we're talking mainstream actors, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and many others. You might see Dario Argento, movies like Burial Ground, The Church, Cemetery Man, which lately a lot of guys have been watching that online lately. Clear Cut, The Psychic Nightmare, Black Emanuela, which we've discussed Emanuela before, and many other movies. Attack Force Z. These are horror, action, sexploitation movies. Some mainstream movies that are available on their site. But they're working with the estate of Russ Myers, because Russ Myers has left this part of the universe, passed away in 2004, and he's going to get a restoration of his three of his most popular films, and in fact, it's a trilogy. Technically, it's a trilogy. It's called the Vixen Trilogy, and you'll understand in a minute when I read this article out of AVN. Severin Films, Russ Meyer, Trust, Restore, Classic Vixen Trilogy. Independent filmmaker Russ Meyer, who retained the rights to all the films he produced. That's right. His estate has the rights to his films. Some of them were passed on, like, for example, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, it was under the Fox. I'm not certain if Disney owns that or he's regained that particular one, but I believe it. Someone told me that the estate has all the rights. Following his death, the fate of his film catalog became unknown when his movies remained virtually unseen and unattainable by modern audiences. In 2023, independent film studio Severin Films approached the Russ Meyer Charitable Trust and Meyer's longtime executive assistant, Janice Cowart, the last remaining trustee and person responsible for the preservation efforts in the years following Meyer's death. Severin Films, working in collaboration with Cowart and the trust, has announced that it will restore Meyer's movie trilogy, Vixens, SUPERVIXENS, and Beneath the Valley of the ULTRAVIXENS, which that one is my favorite. It will be the first time these films have been remastered from their negatives since the early 80s, and that's during the VHS era. These new editions will include updated and archival special features curated for each title. As filmmaker, distributor, and First Amendment warrior, Russ Meyer is one of the last great icons of the American cinema, said David Gregory, co-founder and CEO of Severin Films. We are grateful for the support of the Russ Meyer Trust as we begin what we hope will be an ongoing and bountiful partnership. The Severin Films team is enormously proud of the work in restoring these legendary titles for a new generations of fans, looking forward to bringing Russ Classics catalog back to the bosom cinease everywhere. Russ Meyer's biggest requirement was quality, Cowart said. RM Films is overjoyed that Severin took on this gargantuan effort to meet Russ Meyer's expectations, and we are delighted his films will once again be available. Other titles produced by Myers include the cult classics Mudhoney from 1965 and from 65, Faster, Pussycat Kill Kill Kill, and Beyond the Valley of the Dolls in 1970, which that one is available again on Criterion Collection. Now, these films have been, around for quite some time. There is, if you can find it, there was a TV series, and I talked about this before, Al Goldstein, who was the head of Screw Magazine, had a TV show on cable, part of one of the channels that I used to work on many years ago, what we used to call Channel J. I don't know what it's called anymore. It's a number now on there. That was also Robin Bird and many others who had adult shows on this channel. His was called Midnight Blue. There is a box set which hasn't been remastered. It's mostly crap out there, because of the way it looks. But there is a Russ Meyer interview on one of those box sets. And it is an interesting interview with talking about this particular director and the films he's done. Some scenes of it, especially Beyond the Valley of the Ultra-Vixen, was shown on this particular show. If you haven't seen it, it is an incredible... talk about large endowments on women. Russ went out and found women with just very large breasts. That's what he was. Even the late Kitty Navidad was part of that. We've talked about her films before, and this happens to be one of them. She's in this movie as well. Sexy as Always in that movie. And many others. In a way, it's comedic. Especially Beneath the Valley of the Ultra-Vixens. It's very funny. So, it has a comedy. It sort of resembles like those spring break movies and stuff like that. But there's a lot of nudity and sex in them. But not toward a pornographic. But there is, nudity on there. There's no penetration. Just an overhead view or a look view to that point. Like I said, it will look like a Skinamax movie. But they were well filmed. Very well filmed. Insanely done. Just like Hitchcock, Russ Meyer would appear in them every once in a while. You know, one of my other favorites is Faster Pussycat Kill Kill Kill, which is a little bit different, sort of like a female Mad Max Road Warrior before this Furiosa type of situation. It is real. If you haven't seen Faster Pussycat Kill Kill Kill, it's well worth the watch as well. So we don't know when this is going to happen. Probably another year before we see something out from Severin's films. But it'd be nice to see these on a nice Blu-ray edition, maybe as a box. You know, it looks like it's going to be a box set. We'll let you know when this gets released, when we get notification. So comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Have you seen them before? Are you a fan? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, share this video, and you know that little subscribe button on there? Hit that subscribe right now because we really do appreciate it. You know, there are thousands of videos that are on all these social media sites, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, that you could have chosen, but you clicked on this one and we really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Until next time, thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.
Are you trying to say something?
I never try anything. I just do it.